As you can see, I'm on top of my roof today. And if you're wondering why, it's because the Blue Angels are in town. All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. This is the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I am, as always, joined by my brother from the same mother, the Hylunder.
What's happening, everyone? How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I love what you wrote underneath your name. There can be only one.
There can be only one.
That's right, bro.
That was a great shot of those Blue Angels, man.
Dude, they went right over the house. The reason why I couldn't stay with them is because I was about to go over backwards. I didn't want to fall off the roof.
Sure. Sure.
But
that's kick-ass when you have that, every year that they have that air show, our house is, we're right off the flight line there. So when they do their sorties, they'll go right over the house. I remember that as a kid. That was a great shot, though, the Blue Angels. Wish it was the Thunderbirds, but
the Thunderbirds, the Air Force team. This is the Navy team, the Blue Angels. But when I say treetop high, ladies and gentlemen, take a look. They are treetop high. They went right over my head.
There. They are rattling the windows there.
Yeah, they are.
I remember that as a kid.
You know how it
man.
is. They've been doing it all day, man. They're gonna be doing it all day tomorrow too.
That's badass. You know what? Next year, if you remember, and I'll have to ask about that.
Yeah,
it would be nice to get Kim and I in there because I don't think she's ever seen anything like that before.
Really?
So that would be cool to do.
Shit, man. Okay, I'll keep it. Yeah, it's around the same time every year. You know, it used to be the Holiday in Dixie Air Show. You know, it was the Holiday in Dixie Festival downtown and all that stuff. But I'll tell you guys more about that later on because this is gonna be my final word tonight. What's going on down here? Because me and my brother are patriotic souls, the two of us.
Absolutely.
So my brother. First of all, the cocktail for this evening. We need to see that.
I'm supporting the homeland, motherland.
Little Irishness. Okay. Yes.
So I got that going, and then I'm doing a little Irish whiskey.
A little redbreast.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff.
What about the axe, bro? What about the axe? What'd you bring?
We got the Honeyburst Vintage V100. This is actually the first one that I bought from the local guitar place.
Looks a lot like the one that I gave you, that piece of shit.
It does. And that's the fire that, the spark that got the fire going, but that's got some beautiful flamage. This is the Honeyburst. It's a beautiful guitar and it rocks for real. It's got the old humbuckers in it, so it's got that big sound. Love this thing.
Man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What are you drinking on? What's your pouring tonight?
And it's the virus of unknown origin, complete with professionally floated lime and salt encrusted neck.
There you go. Yes. Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend.
We
are one day away from another weekend. Of course, my work week starts tomorrow night at about 5:00. So,
yes,
my work week is only about 2 days long though, so Hey,
it is what
let's
it
see
is,
who
bro.
we got in the chat tonight. We got Real White Nation. He says, "Hey Joe, what happened to the stream last Wednesday this week?" And I got the job. Good stuff. And he says, "Money, money, money."
Congratulations.
Yes, yeah, dude. You know what? I just spaced the Twitch show. I was tired and I went to bed early last night, dude. I didn't do it last night. I apologize. I'm gonna try and get. I'm thinking about. I might do it tonight. I might get on tonight about 9, maybe, probably after 10, after Rhonda goes to bed. And then we got Dave. He's in here. Yo,
Yo,
says,
David.
yes, gorgeous instrument.
Muchas gracias.
As in Madden. I knew what he's talking about. I knew what you were talking about, brother. I'm probably gonna play some tonight. But as usual, man, look, I can't sit in this chair without our boss getting on my
What do
ass.
we got?
What do we got? What do we got?
Well, you know what we got. We got the top of the heap.
Top of the freaking heap, the steaming pile of the top of the heap with all the flies
pile
and
at the top of the heap. And you know what?
top of the pootie tang.
Yep. And of course, as usual, we start with that maniac. And the first one we got here is Biden says Putin warrant is justified as UK intelligence suggests Kremlin will widen conscription age range. Now, what they're talking about as far as the warrant goes is he was indicted by The Hague for war crimes last week.
Hague, yeah. Hague was.
Apparently, The Hague says, hey, man, you're messing up. The International Criminal Court accused the Russian president of committing the war crime of overseeing the unlawful abduction of
deportation of children.
And deportation of children, which we covered.
We talked about that. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Son of a bitch.
That's what they've and Biden's saying it's justified. And then we have this one.
Your sound just went, Joe John. I don't know if it's me or you.
What is it? You said my sound's messed up? Hello, hello?
Maybe it's me.
Hello, hello? I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. Can you hear me?
Because I can.
Uh-oh. I hear some ping-ponging going on. Let's see.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you went kind of digitized there for a second, so it might be your end. I'm not sure. David says it's the Heap, all right. He said, "Who wants to be the dictator named after a fart?"
Putin.
Putin. White phosphorus weapons on populated civilians centers for one. Yeah, he's talking about his war crimes, and. We hear both. Okay. Yeah, I just saw yours go kind of circular there for a second. It should clean up whenever your connection gets a little better, Dan. It'll be fine. You had me worried it was my stuff there for a second. But anyway, to continue on that theme, private chat leaks show Moscow officials in state of panic over Putin arrest warrant. The news of Putin's arrest
getting
warrant
real
spread
because
like
he's not going to be the only one that's going to go, man.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding. And
anybody attached to him is going to go, and it's just like, and they reference, WW2 and Hitler and his cabal, and they're going to hunt these motherfuckers down.
And it looks like
it won't stop.
It's causing waves in the Kremlin, man.
Sure.
Apparently,
shit just got real for them.
The Kremlin has reportedly told Russian officials to throw away their iPhones by the end of the month. iPhones being, generated here. Some Russian officials were advised to ditch their iPhones. Russian newspaper Kommersant reported officials close to the presidential administration were reportedly told to get new iPhones by April. The order comes amid information security concerns ahead of Russia's presidential election, per Kommersant. Okay.
Russia's presidential election.
Free elections,
funny.
In Russia. And then you've got this right here. Russia's former president suggested firing a hypersonic missile at The Hague after Putin's ICC arrest warrant.
There you go.
Look carefully into the sky. Wow.
There you go. There you go.
What in the hell? Dmitry Medvedev.
Oh yeah.
Medvedev suggested striking The Hague with a hypersonic missile.
Just nuke them.
In a furious post on Monday. Dude, it's The Hague.
You talk about people that have so much power and so much money and just they must be losing their grip on. Well, that's their reality though. Anyway, that's how they respond. I mean,
yeah,
that shows you the mindset of this guy, right? That's how little he thinks about, just anybody outside of his realm. Just nuke them. Fuck it,
Yeah, it's well, I mean, you damn sure don't want to be on the wrong side of him.
No, because he's crazy.
You don't want to be on the. Please don't do that to me. Hang on a second. Ungroup. Okay.
Oh, it's going to do it. That's going to happen.
This is the deal. You don't want to be on the wrong side of him in any way, shape, or form. Russia threatens to destroy Ukraine jets after Poland and Slovakia pledges. And apparently they're pledging them aircraft, I believe.
Sure.
If I remember correctly. Slovakia became the second NATO country to pledge Kiev some MiG-29 aircraft on Friday, a day after Poland did. Let's see. What is David talking about?
What is that tail art on those MiGs?
It looks like Nabisco.
Yeah, but there's faces on there.
Oh, I don't know who that is. It says Poland pledged 4 MiG jets on Thursday. I do not know.
I mean, you usually see, nose art, but tail art. I've never seen anything like that. Just a couple randos, I guess, right?
Well, we'd have to do a little research to find out what.
Yep, they must be heroes in Poland.
I guess so. Either that or these are. I mean, MiGs are made by Russia, so it could be a Russian a picture of their planes before they got them. Who knows? Let's see. What's he talking about here? His cabinet can totally earn redemption is the rise as they rise up and cap him themselves. That's what Danny's been preaching the whole time.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
They got to
said presidential elections. He says, quote, presidential elections.
Yes, presidential elections.
Dave says, I'll 1v1 him. He'll take him one-on-one. And let's see. Christopher Holly says, hey, guys, it's good to see you, Chris. All right, man.
All right, Chris.
But, yeah, I mean, you got that. And then you've got this one here. Russia faces an exodus of troops as prisoners recruited to fight in Ukraine start to be pardoned and return home, says United Kingdom intelligence. Oh my God! Russia's Wagner mercenary army fighting in Ukraine is about to see an exodus of personnel. It's due to the release of thousands of troops recruited from prisons in exchange for pardons.
Sure.
Oh wow!
I mean, there you go, man. I mean,
oh wow! He really didn't plan on being here this long.
No, he did not.
He did not plan on being in this place this long. And there was a massive explosion this week in Crimea, destroyed a cache of Russian cruise missiles. It's just not going good for them at all. They're being dragged in of their own making. Another.
Well, I was going to say they're not getting drug into anything. It's
another Afghanistan.
They willfully, yeah.
And we know what happened with that. They were there for 8 years.
Yeah.
Let's hope this doesn't go on that long. But they were there for 8 years in Afghanistan.
They had some kind of offensive going on today where they were slamming missiles into the Ukraine, and but it says, I mean, the article I read, it said that their offensive looked like it's starting to bog down. I mean, those Ukrainians, they're well funded, they're getting a lot of support, and now they're getting air support, and it's just going to drag on. I mean, and you see his inner circle; they're looking for those golden parachutes now. They're going to start distancing themselves from him. Because those war crimes thing, that's a real deal. Now, that's something that just doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't. They feel like they've gotten intelligence that is real. They wouldn't even have said anything about it unless it wasn't a real thing. And so, but to hammer the point home that you don't need to be on the wrong side of Pootie Tang.
Yeah, Pootie Tang. Don't talk wise about Pootie Tang.
Got my dillies on a pepper tank.
You know what I'm saying? So
look, apparently there's a Russian musician who criticized Vladimir Putin found dead in the most
he fell through some ice in the lake, right? Him and his brother went down in the ice, and yeah, that was very strange. He's apparently been there to the Putin stronghold, and in his lyrics, he cites some very specific things, and really was not very favorable for Pootie Tang, and just like a lot of other people around Pootie Tang that want to speak out against him, they end up dead or just disappeared.
We did a story last week. The body count was at 39. Cha-ching, cha-ching. That's two more. That's 41.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how he handles business, man.
This guy. Yeah.
But maybe that'll change once they have their presidential election.
The free and open presidential election? Hey, you never know. Well, they're not the only saber-rattling bunch of fools out there. China got a little miffed with us this week, apparently. Military claims U.S. warship illegally entered waters in the South China Sea.
Give me a friggin' break.
Let's see. Hang on one second. Let me catch up on the chat. David says he went mad in COVID lockdown. Yeah, well, yeah. Lunatic says, here we go. Vladimir Fartin. David calls him. We call him Pootie Tang. Hey,
Pootie
we
Tang.
love calling him Pootie Tang. And Lunatic says, well, damn. Yeah, dude. Lunatic, if you didn't see the show last week, I believe it was 39. Wasn't that the body count last week before when we did that show? David says, I don't vote for you if I went around calling myself supreme dictator because some idiot made me a KGB agent, they'd lock me up. He says, I saw it. Lunatic says he saw it. Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. Yeah, you don't want to be on the wrong side of Pootie Tang.
What a top.
Because that's all he thinks about it.
He won't even think twice about it.
But
this, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry, go ahead. What?
No, go ahead, dude. I was just reiterating.
It says China's military said on Thursday it had monitored and driven away a U.S. destroyer that illegally entered waters around the Parcel Islands in South China Sea. In a statement, the military said that the guided missile destroyer USS Willis intruded into China's territorial waters, undermining peace and stability in the busy waterway. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was around one of those man-made islands they've made at all.
Yeah,
the U.S. military says it didn't happen. I did read the article, and it said the U.S. military denies it even happened. So
sure.
He said, she said. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Biden signs bill requiring declassification of COVID origins information. Now this,
it must have been redacted to the teeth. So now he's feeling good about
right.
People know whatever.
Biden said he shared Congress's goal of releasing as much information as possible about the origin of COVID-19. In implementing this legislation, my administration will declassify and share as much of that information as possible, consistent with my constitutional authority to protect against the disclosure. I'm sorry.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
I had to choke on that one. Oh, God.
This guy gives choke on all that
about the Constitution. Good Lord.
This guy right here, Mr. Magoo, has got his game working, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, he just stumbles through and mumbles through and just whatever, bro.
I think that's funny, man. That is funny. Dad's got that Magoo friggin' Well, it was Magoo at one time. Now it's a black spot on his forearm.
It looks like the state of Massachusetts.
Yes,
now.
it does.
That's what I thought it was for the longest time. I'm like, oh, okay. He's from Boston. Okay.
You don't remember that when we were younger? It looked good when we were younger. I remember that thing.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I always remember it looking
he's
like
holding
the
a
state
lantern.
of Massachusetts.
What it is, he's trying to see.
Well, now, I asked him specifically about that the other day because I was considering getting.
Yeah.
He says it's Mr. Magoo sitting on a bar stool holding up a beer.
Really?
That's what he told me a couple days ago.
Okay, well.
But now I've heard that other story too. That he was.
I could have sworn it was Magoo holding a lantern. Could have sworn it was, dude.
He was wearing like a era correct pajamas with a nightcap on and holding up a lantern.
Yeah.
But
that's what I thought.
It's him sitting on a bar stool holding up a beer.
Okay.
I like the other one better.
You know what?
I like the lantern better.
Tattoos in, he could tell any story he wanted about that.
Right. I think the lantern one is better. That I dig that one. I think that
because he's always squinting, man. He can't see shit.
And the idea that he's got a lantern up in front of him, that's classic, dude. That's the best.
All right. The other big news this week, of course, is Trump not being able to keep his pecker in his pants. Trump says he expects to be arrested Tuesday. Now, this was last week. We know they're pushing this back. And, oh my gosh. He says he wants to be handcuffed in court appearance in Stormy Daniels' case. Sources say this guy just wants to do the perp walk to get some print, some ink.
It's all about him. Oh my God, bro. And he had trophy wives. I don't know why you're out there banging freaking porn stars.
Especially
what is that all about?
The Daily Beast says Stormy Daniels says her phone records are gonna hurt Trump. I don't know how they could. You signed an NDA. None of this stuff amounted to anything when you guys went to court before. As a matter of fact, you had to pay him last time or damages. I mean, I don't see. This is the ultimate case of the two sides trying to put on a show to distract us from everything else, because all they're doing is making his base, firing them up. That's all the left is doing this, and him wanting to put the cuffs on and make it super dramatic and stuff. I mean, it's just
that's in line with his personality, though. I mean, he's very narcissistic, as most of those big leaders are that want to be out in front and do these things. It's very much about him. And look, I mean, this is the guy that's going to be running for president. He was our president, and we got to have better options. I'm sorry, we do need better options.
I mean, man, you know who I was pulling for last time, and she's out of it now. She's got her own podcast, and she's on the sidelines commentating now. But God, that's who I gave my money to last time. You know,
I'm telling you right now, Joe Biden's going to win again because the right is so fractured and so disorganized. You're going to get another 4 years of Mr. Magoo.
Let's hope the next really great leader shows up soon. David says, wish I could afford more tats. Quote, Seth Rollins, let it burn. Lunatic says, Mr. Orange Man, face crybaby. Orange face crybaby. Bam,
these are our best choices. That's just crazy. These are our best choices that we have.
Yeah, I know it's sad. David says, thank you, Hylunder, for your comments. And he says, we get right Twix and left Twix, except both Twix are turds. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's left and right Twix. That's pretty much what it is. A lot of people call it the uniparty is what they call it. I think I've heard you say that before, Daniel. Uniparty. Haven't I heard you say that before?
I don't know that I've
heard other people say it. The uniparty is what they call it. The left and right. Because, I've heard you say before when they close the doors and they go home at night, they're high-fiving each other. Right?
They're like this. They are right together, lockstep, because this is a whole game plan for them.
Yep.
That's how they consolidate power across aisles. You hold the ball for a little while, then I'll hold the ball for a little while. All while the money's going to the same place, and
Yeah.
power stays right in the same place.
David says two wings, same decrepit bird. Well,
Yep.
I would like to see that bird soaring high again. But
Absolutely, man. I mean, we, and
and
this
it will
country
happen.
deserves it. Well,
It will
yeah.
happen. It will
I
happen.
hope so. I don't know that it happens without bloodshed. I'm telling you that right now. It's difficult to take power from those who have it free of their will. It just isn't going to happen. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And this country is a beautiful country. Look, people come from all walks of life, and they bring their belief systems with them, but they do believe in that dream that we have here. And it's quickly getting squashed by a bunch of old people that hold on to their power and just are choking the life out of our Bill of Rights and our Constitution. And we deserve better. We deserve better because we're a welcoming country to all. People flock here to come here for that American dream.
Yeah.
You and I can't do this podcast in other countries.
No, we couldn't do this in Russia.
No.
We'd be shut down talking against.
We'd be falling through the ice somewhere. That's what happened to us.
We'd be falling through the ice somewhere, right? Yeah. It you know what it would be? It would be.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Tough gig, man.
David says, well said. Let's see. He says, let it come in my time so my children can have peace. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. And Lunatic says, true that. No doubt. Okay. Oh, man. Dude, I mean, we can't just have a discussion. If I don't have something up on the screen, the man starts yelling at me.
What do we got?
What do we got?
Jock Strap.
We got the Jock Strap.
We got that. We got that stuff. These
finally
these
tuned
athletes. These finely tuned machines out there, just tearing it up, man. Tearing it up. Yeah, that's what we got here this week.
God bless
I got to tell you, this week we got some funny ones. Let me tell you, you're going to enjoy this, Dan. Matter of fact, there's one I've got to pull up for this one. But as you can see, Larry Brown Sports is talking about Cam Newton makes big announcement. And I got to pull up my Instagram because this was funny. Oh my!
What's his big announcement?
Huh? His big announcement.
His big announcement?
Let me get back to it. I'm sorry. I'll look that up in a little bit. But Cam Newton made a big announcement via social media on Monday. The 2015 NFL MVP shared video on his Twitter account in which he said he would be throwing at Auburn's Pro Day on Tuesday.
Okay.
Auburn Pro Day, we activated, and this is a bunch of stuff written in gibberish. I don't know what it says, but you've got to hear this quote that he said. Some of the things mentioned in the video include, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play the video. That's what I'm going to do.
Let's do this.
Let's hear this guy in his own words, because, man, this is going to make you laugh. Okay.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I got to Okay, here we go.
I hear the ice cream man outside. I almost took off running. Sound is off. Sound is off. No sound at all.
How these randos keep getting jobs.
I'm not hearing any sound.
You're not hearing any sound? What the hell, man? Okay. Hang on. Anyway,
not hearing anything.
What he says
any sound
at all. In the video. Hang on. What he says in the video is how these randoms keep getting jobs. Ain't 32 motherfuckers better than me?
Yeah, I read that. I didn't sound during that video, just by the way.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that's the gist of it. He's bitching about these 32 guys getting in. He can't get a job. I didn't see any pass there that he threw that would lead me to believe that he could hit the inside slant on time.
No.
To hit a fade route on time.
Damn, he'd still be playing for New England. I mean,
nobody ever questioned his arm strength. He can throw it long. It's the intermediate and reading, defenses and getting the ball out on time is his problem.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's he never did pick up reading defenses at all. He never did. And
Well, after he took his team to the Super Bowl, I mean, the guy, but something changed. I don't know if it was that accident where his back was hurt. I know he had that injury, but he never was able to realize that same productivity that he had on that Super Bowl run. After that, it was an MVP season for him. Then after that, he just steadily went downward.
yeah.
So
Yes,
I don't
he
know,
did.
but that video doesn't show me anything other than he can still throw the ball long.
Right?
Impressive. Whatever.
Yeah, this one right here. This is what I was looking for on Instagram. It's from NFL memes.
Sure.
Cam Newton making a comeback. There ain't 32 guys better than me. The 32 guys better than him, and it's every starting quarterback in the NFL, right?
Yes. Well, I hope my son doesn't watch this episode because he's a huge
I know he is.
They even got Bill Cosby in there.
Do they? Where?
Yeah, he second row, third in.
Second row, third.
You see, he's right next to Joe Burrow.
He's right there.
What?
That's funny. Oh my God. Oh man.
Bill Cosby.
Daniel Jones get $40 million. That's funny. 33-year-old Cam Newton showing up at Auburn's pro day.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, man. The memes, they just with that. When you say something like that, when you haven't played for a team in what has it been 2 years?
2 years. Wait, I think he not last
Maybe
year, but the year before.
Mac Jones started.
He went.
Yeah,
he went 0-4 as a when he got the start in Carolina again, and
yeah. I don't think you need me making bold statements like that at all. You know what I mean?
Who was his tight end there in Carolina for the longest time?
Oh, he's the guy he's the top announcer for friggin' Fox now.
What's his name? Owen? Is it something?
Olsen. His last name's Olsen.
That guy had great hands. I'm telling you right now, because he caught Cam Newton, and I used to watch those games. I'm like, man, that guy's got some great hands because he did not put the ball in
anywhere
good
near
positions
him.
to catch.
Anywhere near
Greg Olsen would catch everything, dude. I'm like, that's a great tight end right there.
Greg
dude.
Olsen. Yeah, that's his name. He's Fox's top announcer now. He's about to take Troy Aikman's place over there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not the only idiot millionaire we get to talk about today. We also got
this
Fresh
fool.
Ink Zion Williamson ripped over new tattoo as NBA fans say New Orleans star spent more time in artist's chair than on the court. This guy's hurt again, Daniel?
He's hurt again. He's out for the hamstring, and they're going to look at it again in another 2 weeks. He's progressing. This guy has been on injured reserve for forever.
His entire career. Has he?
Yeah, New Orleans drafted him number 1. Right? He was huge coming out of Duke, physical specimen, but no. He hadn't spent a whole lot of time. He's a bust. Flat out bust.
Mm-hmm.
And
like a Tony
tattoo he's got,
bust. Yeah.
He just he's never going to be playing more than 2 weeks at a time. The guy just can't stay on the floor. So I hate it for New Orleans because they've put some pieces around there, and if they could ever get all of them together, they could be pretty decent. But this guy right here is an anchor now. Speaking on that.
Big guys. There were some pictures that made people a little concerned about the big guy this week. Shaquille O'Neal's hospitalization reason revealed on Monday. We got this tweet from him, said, I'm always watching Turner Sports, EJ, and Candace Parker. Miss y'all. He's talking about the people that he works with. And, people were concerned, and it turns out that he went in with a knife to fix an issue in his hip. And everything went according to plan per TMZ. O'Neal is already on the mend. So,
sure.
You that saw that picture last week and were worried about the big guy, he is just fine.
People were freaking out and they were getting on him. You should have given us more information. I'm like, come on, man. Why would you leap to the conclusion the guy's on his deathbed? I don't get that at all.
Yeah, especially when he's especially when he's talking to the people he works with,
Yeah.
in a fun way, right?
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
dying,
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's catch up on this stuff. David said, I hear both of y'all, not the video though. Okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate the feedback, Brady.
Yeah.
Highlander sounds like Rain Man. No sound at all. Definitely no sound. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he does that to me because I'll get locked in on something and I can't even hear what he's saying just because I'm locked in on something else. He does that to keep repeating it. So when I
Now,
do,
see, I remember last week you ran a video and there was no sound, and I waited a good 10 seconds before I started letting you know. And
but I wanted, I want you to tell me.
Sooner. Yeah.
He's Mr. INT. Yeah, Cam Newton is Mr. INT. Mr. 30 for 30. Yeah. Let's see. Kristen Delorme. Hey, what's up, man? That senile, perverted, and crooked bum. He got guys call a president is visiting Ottawa. All main arteries south from the airport to the north of the city.
Sucks, man. I hate it for you.
Parliament are closed. City is gridlock. And this guy, you'll feel for this guy, Dan, because this fella is a Canadian trucker.
Yeah.
My brother used to do that job.
Real raw deal on that.
Yeah. Yeah. He used
Kim
to do
just stepped in and did some kind of crazy dance.
Did she?
Oh, yeah. I did that to her earlier. She was on conference call, and I did that to her when she was on work.
Hey, man, you reap what you sow, bro. That's what you get.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool, man. Yeah. Well, it's different when a chick's dancing, man.
Sure.
Yeah, of course it is. Lunatic says, I see him too, and perfect. And he also says, I heard he's retiring. Well, I hope he doesn't retire. If you're talking about Shaquille, I hope he doesn't retire. He's the funniest guy on that friggin' set. I love listening to that guy.
I mean, I've watched him, and it seems like he gets a little bit tired of the whole social aspect of a lot of these things anymore. He's an old school guy, man. And
you're in there now? I'm stuck in traffic on the residential zone.
That sucks, man.
Traffic. Oh, dude, are you working? Are you in the truck? Damn, bro. Sorry, man.
I remember when it was a Michael Jackson concert let out, and I was stuck on the GW Bridge in New York City, man, for hours because of this thing.
No.
Yeah. I did get the upper level, though, so I was in good shape. So. You don't want to get on the low level, man. Get stuck down there. You'll lose your rig down there. So. I feel for you, brother.
Lunatic says, no, Zion retiring? Well, maybe he needs to.
Well, good.
I mean,
carry your ass, you piece of shit.
I mean, honest we don't have to figure out whether we're going to use you or not. Shit,
I'm telling you. I mean, that was a total waste of freaking time and money.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Yep. Moving on.
And the last one in the Jock Strap this week is a little bit of sad news. And this is not a team that I root for, but I knew this guy's name. Knicks legend and Hall of Famer Willis Reed dies at 80 years old this week. Willis Reed, an NBA Hall of Famer who played his entire career. That's something to be an accommodation for, just that thing right there.
Yeah.
Playing for one franchise his entire career with the Knicks, died Tuesday morning. And the NBA Basketball Retired Players Association announced he was 80 years old. He was born in Louisiana. Wow.
You remember the
he played for Grambling.
You remember the classic clip when he goes out, I believe.
Hang on, Dan. We lost you. You have frozen. You have frozen, my friend. Hold that thought. There he is. Now he's moving back and forth. Do we have sound? Nah. Froze again. He has frozen again. Let's wait up. He should be back with us any second. And he's jamming. Oh, my man. Oh, well, he'll have something to say about Mr. Reed whenever his internet improves. Oh, wait. He's starting to move. And he's frozen again. It's in and out, Dan. It's in and out. He's making faces on purpose because he knows he's getting frozen. I wish you guys could see this. Oh my God. Reed was born in Louisiana and played college basketball at Grambling State, winning 3 NAIA championships in 4 years. The Knicks drafted him in the second round of the 1964 NBA draft, and he would instantly become a contributor. In 1965, Reed won the NBA Rookie of the Year award and made the first of 7 straight All-Star game appearances, ultimately averaging a double-double in each of those 7 seasons. Wow, man. Wow. You might want to just reboot, dude, because you're just going in and out and freeze framing. Christian Loam says, my old Milwaukee will taste good when I get home. Yeah, 75 feet of tractor trailer. Now we have 2 Dans. That's neat. And he's frozen again. Dans are multiple. The Hylunder is multiplying, boys and girls. And there he goes. Yes. Let's see. Max speed 5 miles per hour. Oh my God, man. I feel bad for you, bro. And David says, we do see this, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I'm glad you're seeing it. Here I come. I am freezing, man. That's awesome. He'll be back in a second, guys. He's got to reboot his stuff there. But yeah, Willis Reed.
How many will I make? 50, 100, 200.
You're back.
Willis Reed, I believe the famous video is when he goes out and injured at halftime during the championship round, and he comes limping back on the court and finishes the game. I think he injured his knee, but when he comes back on the court, I mean, just a big round of applause in Madison Square Garden. He finished the game like that, but he was injured for real, but he came back in and played.
Wow, man.
Tough as nails. Yep.
Yeah. Great player for sure.
Yep.
Let me see if
big loss. Sorry for that's a sad story. NBA lost a shining light there.
Yep.
I don't believe the Knicks have won the title again since the Willis Reed era.
Willis Reed era? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, who knows? But yeah, that's a shame.
I think Phil Jackson was on that same team too.
Phil Jackson was on that Knicks team?
Yeah, the Knicks team, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even know they'd won a championship, Dan. I thought they were one of those teams that had never won one.
No, they won one. It was a long time ago.
I do remember that name, though. I remember.
Maybe Oscar Robinson may have been on that Knicks team, too. I'm not sure.
Really?
They had a great team, yeah.
Oh, man, look. You done pissed off the boss with all this in and out crazy facing. Look at you, man.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Happens,
you get my ass chewed.
What do we got? What do we got?
What do we got?
We got the Flix. We got the Flix, boys and girls. That's right. We got that.
Luke get his friggin' hand cut off.
When we say the Flix, we're talking about the multimedia, the music,
he's a loser.
The comic books, all that mainstream media stuff. That's
yeah.
All that shiza.
Indiana Jones.
And we always start with the box office numbers. And DC is basically
Shazam.
Shazam. Fury of the Gods. People weren't interested apparently. And I don't understand why. When the first
one was kick-ass, man.
You were coming to town for something. I can't remember what.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, let's go see a movie tonight. And I said, well, sure. What do you want to go see? And I wasn't even interested in seeing Shazam. I've never liked the character. I've never been a fan. And you said, well, it looks like it's fun. Let's go see it. And pleasantly surprised.
Good movie.
That's what I can say about the first one. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I really did. That was great.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a fan of Zachary Levi. If you haven't seen American Underdog with him playing Kurt Warner, you need to see that movie. That's really good.
And he did, what's the show that Kim and I watch? Chuck, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's from Baton Rouge, too. Baton Rouge or Lake Charles area. He's from South Louisiana.
Is he?
Yes,
really? I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
Now you know.
Now I know. Now you know the rest of the story.
The rest of the story.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, 30 million. Opening
Well, I
weekend.
tell you what, the last 20 minutes of the movie was kick-ass, but the rest of it was throw it away. Who cares? I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Boom.
I hate to see it for him because I am a Zachary Levi fan.
Puss in Boots. You know, now I'm a big fan of Puss in Boots. It's still hanging in there. It's.
I've still got to watch it. It's number 9, man. It's down there at number 9, and it made 1.5 million.
1.5.
It's still making money.
Somebody's watching Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Puss in Boots, man. Scream 6 is number 2 with 17 million. Creed 3
Scream
is
6.
third.
I mean, how many people are they killing in this community, man?
That's what I'm saying.
Is there anybody left?
Creed's not doing well either. If in its second week, it's getting beat by the 6th chapter of a horror movie, dude.
Well, you've taken Balboa out of the thing, and so who cares?
And look, 65, I thought that was going to be a hit, and it has dropped to 4 in 3 weeks.
Did you go see that movie? I mean, no, I saw the trailer. I thought it was interesting, but I have not seen it.
Cool. But apparently people are not gripped. Either that or they're just not going. And Ant-Man's hanging on to the bottom rung with 4.2. Ant-Man is not having a good run. It just cleared the 200 million mark.
And that's not a good run? I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. 200 million?
Not even the advertising budget for that movie, dude.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. That's the kind of money.
Advertise less.
And we're going to talk about Marvel in our first article because one of the sacred cows of Marvel, the girl that pretty much has been working the friggin' FX people to death like slave labor, Marvel Studios veteran Victoria Alonso exits. And rumor has it she was fired. They're just not saying
exits
that.
Visas are imminent.
Yeah. David says, she's it. And let's see. Christian says, Mel and I went out last night and saw Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I heard that was good, but it could have been better. I heard it was, it looks like a fun movie, but from what I hear, like Script Doctor was saying that they could have really knocked that out of the park, but they didn't. You know what I mean? But Victoria Alonso exits. She's served executive producer on its titles since the first Avengers movie. And it's part of a big exodus going on at Marvel right now. They're laying off people left and right.
They're laying off people left and right.
And Disney are in big trouble financially, man. Well, we were covering earlier last year when we were doing this show about them getting into it with the state of Florida. About DeSantis was going to pull their, they had a setup to where their thing at Disney World, they basically policed it themselves.
Sure.
And didn't have to pay taxes and shit. Now they do.
Well, when you throw your hat into a public forum in such a big way like Disney did and start talking about policies, you immediately take away those little gifts that you've been given. So yeah.
David says it was fun. Go with no expectations or leave disappointed though. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear, man. I mean, I think it's going to be what it's advertised. It's just a fun B flick, man. I mean, anybody expecting that to be like Oscar worthy or something, I think you're misguided. But it looks like it would be fun. I haven't gone to see it yet, though.
Yeah, it's. I'm not opposed to watching it. I'm just saying what other people in my sphere on YouTube here that critique movies have said. They said it was a great idea, and but they could have taken it a lot further and done a lot funnier shit in it. They just scratched the surface. Basically, is what they did. This tweet. Bob Iger and Marvel Studios have clearly listened to the criticisms and feedback. Projects are being delayed for more polish and refining. Victoria Alonso has parted ways, who, as we know, was behind the FX crunch. Interesting developments all around. Yeah, this is something that's taking, it's going to cause shockwaves throughout Disney, this exit of Victoria Alonso because she was in charge of all that stuff. And let's face it, you've seen the movies. The FX have not been as good as they have been in the past.
Sure.
The stuff that's on Disney Plus, it doesn't. I mean, just look at She-Hulk. It really wasn't top notch shit, you know.
Well, I'll tell you who it's gonna. It's Marvel may stand up and take it, attention to that, pay attention to that, but Disney they just pivot financially.
Yeah,
they've got so many money streams. This is just they'll just change gears and go in a different direction. And
he's done it to me again. He's freeze frame, but he's still there. The sound is still there. That'll work.
It sucks. I don't know what's going on, man.
Must have been a blip. Hey, man, it could be your provider. Sometimes they just glitch. I've had it happen.
Sometimes they just suck.
Sometimes they just suck. That's right.
So Disney's just going to pivot. So
Speaking of sucking, this guy can. Well, I'm not going to say it. It's not too nice.
I don't even know who this is.
This is Neil Druckmann, the guy behind Last of Us. Neil Druckmann says he doesn't care how audiences receive HBO's Last of Us. How they react.
There you go.
How they react.
There you go. There you go.
Hey,
audience.
Hey, audience. Get some. You know
what I mean?
That's how the British.
I'm making my money, so
right.
Fuck off.
Basically, that's his whole thing.
So why don't you just
right? Yeah, that's it. Last of Us ended up being a good series, but I think he's really referring to what's coming next season, which will be the Last of Us 2.
Wait a minute. Isn't The Last of Us like The Last of Us?
The Last
How could be Last of Us 2?
There's a Last of Us 2. And this is why we don't like this guy.
Of us?
Okay, well, I say we. Some people like him, some people don't. I don't. They killed my favorite character, so, Hey.
Doesn't last mean last?
Usually, yes. But in this case, no. Okay, so.
Doesn't one and only mean one?
We got to send out some prayers to our man. We keep talking about this guy, saying he keeps on going. Looks like there's chinks in the armor, man.
Yes. Well, they're talking about osteoporosis, but I think Clint's just like, you know what? It's just too freaking weird out there. I'm going to stay in the house now.
Yeah. The headline reads, Clint Eastwood not seen in 408 days. Hollywood legends' pals feared 92-year-old's health has declined as doctors spark osteoporosis fears.
That shows you how much he's hounded in his life. Somebody's counting how many days it's been since he's been seen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. David says, exactly, fun B flick. He's talking about Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
And Christian says, ever heard of Never Ending Story? Yeah.
Never Ending Story.
And Lunatic says, he's just saying, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he's talking about Neil Druckmann.
I don't care.
As far as, I think you may be right about Clint. I don't think I think he's done making movies, man. I think he's finished with that. Did you see his last one? Macho? Cry Macho? Did you see that one? Uh-oh. We got diffused screen. But Cry Macho was pretty good if you hadn't seen it. There he is. Cry Macho was pretty good, but it wasn't Gran Torino. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't at that level, but it was a decent movie. But let's say a prayer for him. We want to see him do good. And then I think this is the last one this week. Yeah. Lance Reddick, TV star known for The Wire and Fringe, dies at 60. This happened shortly after we went off the air last week.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, his next movie, and from all accounts, from a lot of different people that have seen it already, critics that I listen to, say it may be the best one yet. He's in the John Wick series of movies.
We're going tomorrow night.
Hotel.
Kim's got the tickets. We're going tomorrow night.
I'm sure it's going to make a ton of money, man. I've got to watch Parabellum first, though. I've got it.
Well, I
I
tell you
still haven't
what,
seen 3.
you've got to catch up.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was on a show that I watched on Amazon Prime called Bosch. He played the police commissioner.
Yeah.
Really good actor. I really enjoyed anything that I saw him in. I thought he really carried himself with class and brought a lot to the character.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, big loss. 60 years old, man. That's
Yeah, he's young.
bro.
Young.
That's only 50. That's only 5 years older than me. I mean, that's
I know.
right around the corner.
Yep. And
sad.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't look like he was in poor health, but yeah.
Never know.
Rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro.
A great talent. Great talent.
Yeah,
The guy was awesome.
No doubt.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Lunatic said, "Damn," and David says, "Rip Commander Zavala." Commander Zavala. What show was that from, man? Commander Zavala. Let me look down here. Let me see. I see him in White House Down as a general. Commander Zavala. Zavala. Destiny 2, the Witch Queen. He was in the voice that in the video game? Is that what it was? I've been watching every video game fandom that exists unified over Lance Reddick. Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Here it says Destiny 2, the Witch Queen. Was he in the original Destiny? Did he voice in the original Destiny? Let me know in the chat, buddy. Because you know what?
Let me know in the chat.
Yeah, let me know in the chat, buddy. Because my boss is yelling at me again. He won't leave me alone.
What do we got?
What we got? This chick is trying
steadily trying to put that lipstick on, man.
It's like
she needs to give that up. Honest to God.
She can't deal. It's ridiculous.
We've been doing this show for a while now, and she's still trying to get
She's still trying to fight the earthquake, man.
Earthquakes.
Somebody please clue this chick in. You can't do it.
I mean, honestly.
It's not going to work.
It's impossible. It's not going to happen.
Okay, earthquakes, as you know, these are the things that shake society globally or in the country or whatever. I tend to start with the global stuff. U.S. aid worker and French journalist freed after years held hostage in Africa. Jeffrey Woodke and Woodkey and Oliver Du Bois. Woodka? No, not vodka. Woodka.
Woodka?
Is it me or is this guy like the body double of Mel Gibson?
I was going to say, that's Mel Gibson back there.
That, man. Good Lord. And Oliver Du Bois, who had been kidnapped by jihadists in the, Sahel? I don't know.
Were released in Niger.
In Niger. Yep.
Shefabla and Shefabla were released.
And they don't want to show me the rest of the article.
Oh,
but
thank
that's
God.
always good news to hear that people that have been kidnapped have been freed. That's nice. Freed. It's good to hear. We need some good news.
Free. And then we get free.
And then you get free. Also, German unions plan mass transport strike on Monday over wage, sources say.
Wages.
Union and the Rail and Transport Union, EVG, are planning strikes that are expected to cause widespread disruption on railways and at airports next Monday.
When you have
in a
mass
rumbling
strikes,
dispute over wages, sources told
Reuters
Tuesday. Wow, man. Yeah.
People that run the transit system go on strike, you're going to have these delays. It's just what's going to happen.
Yeah, and that'll punch. They'll pay attention. That won't last for long. They'll come to the table and do something. No doubt about it. Because it's
too bad that we have to get that way for a government to stand up and take a look at us. But
Yeah, I'm noticing that it's kind of wild, man. The unions don't have that much power here in the U.S. anymore. But boy, overseas, oh my God, they've got huge.
Here,
power.
they're just the pension funds and the freaking healthcare plans and the retirement plans. You talk about bloated, man. Unions drive businesses into other countries. That's why we don't manufacture here in the United States anymore.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
It gets to where, I mean, if you're a business guy, where would you go?
Unions. I'm not against them.
No.
You need to have some kind of organization
you can't smash the freaking hand that feeds you, though,
no, you
man.
Can't.
That's what happens.
That's the thing. They're strong arming the corporations in this country, and
the hub of the United States used to be Detroit, man.
Yep.
And that's fucking a ghost town now.
Yep.
You can thank those auto worker unions for that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is what it is, man.
It is. I mean,
what it is.
Let's see.
What do you want? $70 an hour to go like this?
Yeah, man. When I went out to the GM plant, when I was working at Deco, when it was still open, yeah, those jobs, I could not believe these people were getting $25, $30 an hour.
I'm telling you.
I was like, wow. All they
now
have
you
to
and
do.
I and everybody out there in the chat knows people that bust their balls for a living for less than $20 an hour, 15, maybe $13 an hour, and they're killing themselves.
Yep.
$70 an hour. I'm getting ripped off through the coals. Where's my break?
Right. I guarantee you, my man Lunatic would love to have one of those jobs. Let's see.
Try being a truck driver, man. Give me a break. You're not talking about a stress job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was from Destiny. Destiny and Destiny 2 are the same game, just storyline progression. And he says, sorry, my hands were purple. Okay, what are you doing? Coloring your hair again, man? Good Lord. Christian Jalome says, any news on the train derailment in Ohio? All of a sudden that's disappeared from the news. I did not see one headline about that.
I didn't see a single headline.
And I'm glad you
mentioned the last headline I saw.
Christian,
yeah,
because you know what? I am going to take the time and do some research for you this week and find out more about that.
Yeah,
it's almost like
I didn't see any headlines about that.
Yeah, but we've got another one like that right here. And look, guys, look at this right here. Nuclear power plant leaks 400,000 gallons of radioactive water, while XL.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Look, it says, while XL Energy reported the leak of water containing tritium to state and federal authorities in late November.
Yeah.
In late November. What is this, March? That's 5 months ago, man. The spill had not been made public before Thursday. 5 months.
Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
Wow, man. Wow.
Nothing to see here.
This is crazy. So I will. I'm going to have to start a file. This one and the Ohio train derailment, and start keeping an eye on statistics coming out of there. I wonder if I'd go to the CDC.
Oh, you're going to
site.
see the cancer rates go through the roof in every little town between there and Minneapolis.
Yeah. You saw the map I put up there. It's in the Minneapolis area, and it went into the Mississippi River up
it's in
north
the Mississippi River, man.
Yikes. Okay. Shit. Spring thaw though, so hey, it'll be washed away pretty quick, but it's going to get in the groundwater up there.
That'll
that's
never seep
sure.
into the freaking groundwater. No, that just won't happen.
Let's see. Ruben says this is all part of the plan. Yes, Ruben.
It's a major plan.
It's a major plan. No doubt.
It's a major award.
It's a major awards. Okay. Next. Off-duty pilot flying as passenger takes over plane after captain becomes incapacitated mid-flight.
Yeah. Southwest Airlines, I believe.
Las Vegas, 2 hours.
Yeah. Look, the passengers were really lucky they had an off-duty pilot on board, man. Because they could have definitely.
What happened to the pilot? Did you read this one?
Undisclosed medical, blah blah blah. He probably had a bad 8-ball and just fucking freaked out, because they work like crazy hours. So
Vegas to Columbus, Ohio flight. Oh shit, that could have gone down. Wow, yeah, they were lucky.
He was sad that he was going to Columbus. So
Right? Leaving Las Vegas.
You know
Drinking
what I'm saying?
himself to death like Nicolas Cage, right?
We're in
Shit.
Columbus, Ohio. Wow.
Christian Delhomme says Airlines 1980. Yep.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
see. Next up, we got what? Oh, yeah.
What do I got?
My brother got this one up for us here. Let's see. Tattoos do odd things to the immune system. When you stick ink-filled needles into your skin, your body's defenders respond accordingly. Scientists aren't sure if that's good or bad for you.
Well, if you go on and read this story, your body creates more antibodies to try to combat this thing, and it boosts your immune system. And over time, you're just producing more antibodies, which again helps with just other infections. So it's definitely helping your immune system. So, and they're even talking about the technique of stabbing the epidermis with ink. They're considering how can they introduce vaccines in the same fashion, and they're working on that technique because that would be a lot better than trying to hit big muscle groups. It would be more immediate because the epidermis is your biggest organ in your body. So that's definitely a technique that they're working on to introduce vaccines through the epidermis. So there you go.
Yeah.
Point is, get tattooed today.
Lunatic says, glad I don't have any tattoos.
There you go.
And Ruben says, really?
Really
now.
Go get a tattoo.
Right?
And be healthy.
Healthy. With the tattoo. If that's the case, my brother's the healthiest motherfucker walking the planet because he's inked up from.
I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah, he's pretty healthy. You see that collar around his neck? Everything below that has got ink all over it. Trust me.
I'm pretty healthy.
He's going to be a big sleeve by the time he's done.
All I know is, and take it for what it's worth, I had a lot of lung issues, but the more tattoos I get, I'm working out again. My O2 levels are back to normal.
Check it out, man. This is good stuff. Ruben says, I am considering a tattoo then. Healthy. Yes.
Do it.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want to make sure I get these transitions in correctly here.
Get those transitions in there.
This one I hit. Now, look, you're going to hear some stories here. You've heard about some stupid people so far today. All right. And none of these guys are the Simple Jack Award winner yet. Can you believe
none of them?
People? And check these guys out. 2 inmates were found at an IHOP in Virginia after escaping by digging a hole with tools made from a toothbrush and a metal object, officials say. Found them at an
They made
IHOP.
a strong play. They made a strong play for the Simple Jack. Sure did.
They did.
Got caught at the IHOP.
Get the hell out of there. And then they go to IHOP.
For breakfast. With the same spoon and fork that they used to dig out of freaking prison. Probably.
I think
Geniuses.
I would have at least have gone to Waffle House, something a little less high profile. I think every cop in town is at IHOP, bro.
You know what I mean?
What the hell?
You go to Waffle House, I mean, if you're an inmate, you pretty much blend in at the Waffle House. And I love Waffle House. I used to go there all the time. But nobody's going to look twice at an inmate. Like, probably works for Halliburton, whatever.
Right. Ruben says, Joe's Atmosphere, tattooed babes are my weakness. Oh, well, then, don't take a look at my favorite porn star ever, Janine Lindemulder. Don't ever look at her, okay? Because you'll be hooked, dude. And Matt says, there. Yes. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Unrealized.
Unrealized.
That escape was unrealized. Unrealized. That's right. Okay, what do we got next? Colorado dentist accused of killing. Let me get the video out of the way here.
Whoopsie.
Killing wife with poison in complex and calculated murder.
Golly, dude.
Yeah. Colorado dentist arrested for allegedly poisoning his wife in what police call
he looks like a murderer.
Complex and calculated murder. James Tolliver Craig, 45, was arrested early Sunday by patrol officers, homicide investigators. Aurora police said, I read this, and apparently they found he was searching for ways to poison people through their food. He used arsenic, and yeah,
Look,
that's
your search engines are going to give you away, man, every time. Every time.
yeah.
Sir, why are you researching how to poison people?
I missed this one
What?
by Matt. He said those inmates were smart enough not to go to Waffle House. The staff there beat their ass there. Yeah. The staff would beat their ass. Yeah, yeah. Have you seen that video of the chick catching the fucking chair that's being thrown at her at Waffle House?
I have.
Freaking
I
awesome.
have. I'm like, gee whiz.
But yeah, this dentist, there's a special place in hell for him, dude. No doubt. That's just wrong, man. Wrong. Here's one I loved. The headline alone just was killer, man. Man's attempt to kidnap child from school bus stopped, thwarted by group of kids.
Thwarted by the kids.
An attempted kidnapping at a school bus stop went wrong for 30-year-old man whose alleged attempt was thwarted by a group of children who came to the defense of one of their classmates, police said.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. Strength in numbers. The numbers game, as they call it, wrestling, bro.
Hell yeah.
The numbers game.
You need to see more of that. That's a good story right there.
I love stories like that. That's great. Because, you know, all it takes for evil to thrive is for good men to do nothing.
To do nothing.
That's all it takes.
No doubt.
Lunatic says, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's talking about the dentist.
Honest to God.
That's cool, he says about this one, though. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Let's see. Oh, and we have a follow-up. You may remember the story we talked about where there was they found a body behind a funeral home wrapped in 2 blankets and also wrapped in plastic. And they said there was no foul play suspected. And we thought it was just, what? No foul play? This guy's wrapped in like several items. And you're telling me there's no foul play here? Well, it turns out there wasn't. We have a follow-up.
That's in Baton Rouge, right?
In Baton
Rouge. Capital? Yeah.
We now know exactly what happened to the missing Georgia businessman, Nathan Millard. And he was found in Baton Rouge. Police said Nathan Millard's body was found wrapped in plastic and rug and abandoned on March 6th. Police have since arrested a known drug dealer in the area, Derek Perkins, 45, on several charges, including improper disposal of a body.
Not the improper disposal of a body. It turns
out the guy bought drugs from him, did them with him, and he overdosed and died. And this guy wrapped him up and dropped him off at the funeral home to get buried.
Yo, he OD'd, man. He couldn't handle his buzz.
He couldn't handle his
body, man.
Oh my God, man. And these are not the Simple Jack Award winners, folks.
No, not at all.
They're not. But you know what? We're going to finish the earthquakes this week with a story that I really dig. And let me refresh the page and get the video pumped up here, because we got to see this video. This is where it's at, boys and girls. This is where it's at. I worked in nightclubs for years, and let me tell you, you have no better best friend than a good bouncer in a nightclub. Okay. And this is a story about a strip club, strip club bouncers in Florida. Of course, Florida man did this, right? In Florida, tackle masked man entering bar with gun in hand. So I'm going to go ahead and it's security cam footage. So I'm going to take it to full screen, but I just want you to see this. This guy clearly has a pistol in his hand when he tries to get in this place. All right. Here he is coming up. He's got a flashlight in his hand and he's got a gun right there. And the security guys go straight for the gun. And now the security guard knows jujitsu and he's done some professional wrestling.
Guns on the ground.
He got the gun and he's pointing at him, telling him to stop. And this guy.
The gun's on the ground. Gun's on the ground. Now he picks it back. Now he's got it.
Yep.
Oh, the guy runs at him, man. He's crazy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, they took care of that.
Kick. There you go. Kick.
Yep.
Crazy. Well,
He had kill and
job well
Darkmoon
done right
written on
there.
his arms. So good job. Way to go. Let's see. I'm not going to say the guy that got arrested, but
No.
and the bouncer's name may not be in here.
Now
But
you
good
watch.
job, my man. Good
You
job.
watch that guy that had intent on shooting that place up. He's going to get himself a good civil attorney, and they're going to go through that video, and they're going to see that guy kicking him, and you watch if that guy doesn't end up on trial.
Ugh, let's hope
That's
not.
the world we live in.
Hey, vey. Let's hope
It doesn't
not.
make it right, that's for sure. But you watch. If that guy's smart, he'll get himself a civil lawyer, and boom. That whole thing will flip around.
Well,
That's sickening.
When you go out in
Good
public,
job on that bouncer, though, man. He saved. Yeah. Ain't no telling how many lives he saved.
Right, because it was about to be bad.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when you go out, you got to watch it, man. Especially when you're going out to gentlemen's clubs and nightclubs where there's alcohol involved. Because you know what? When you do that, you're entering.
It's dangerous. Your obsession with me. Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone. From Top Gun. You're in the danger zone. Don't they know you're in the danger zone?
Lana was cutting loose with that freaking. It looked like an AK, but maybe a 60 cal. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that's an AK. She's cutting loose with an AK.
She was, man.
Speaking of the danger zone, boys and girls, hang on. Let's see. Lunatic says that mofo got whipped. Yeah, he did, and he deserved it. Come in there, a wrestling mask with a gun in his hand. What the hell are you doing, son? What the hell are you doing? Well, when you talk about the danger zone, boys and girls, you got to buckle your chin strap because it's come to that time in the show. Get ready, brace yourself, because it's time to turn out the lights.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Oh, man. That's ugly. We were talking about this last night because I showed the history, the Largent clip. I showed the history of that play last night on my yeah. But man, the Bobby McCrae hit though, that is the showstopper right there. That's
the career stopper right there. Woo!
That's funny.
Oh, he never saw that coming, bro.
No, he did not. He did not. Well, boys and girls, what the hell? What is going on here? Your connection isn't private. What? I don't care.
Your connection is not private, dude.
Of course it's not private.
How can you do a show when it's not private?
Well, apparently this thing wants to be a pain in the ass, so I will go to a different site. And
Wordly.
What is going on here?
What
I have off my stuff. Please don't do this to me.
What the fuck?
Okay, there it is.
What the fuck?
Dude, I had to go to 3 different sites just to get... Remember the one I had up with the cool-looking poster? It all of a sudden didn't want to work. So, my last word tonight, boys and girls, is about the Barksdale Defenders of Liberty Air Show. Yeah.
It's a great patch right there, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's very cool. Defenders of Liberty, Barksdale Air Force Base. This used to coincide with the Holiday and Dixie Festival down here.
Yeah.
But nowadays they just do it at the end of March every year, and it's Saturday and Sunday. I believe the doors open at 9 both days, and the show starts at 11 and runs till 4 o'clock. And this year they've got the Blue Angels in town this time. It's not the Thunderbirds this time. They have different. The 2 main ones are the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds being the Air Force, and you got the Blue Angels, which are the naval aviators, and that's who came in this year. But dude, if you've ever wondered how big a C-5A Galaxy is, they've got one with the nose cone flipped up, and you can walk right through that thing at this show, man. It's amazing. Last time I was out there, I mean, me and Dan went there. God, couldn't count how many times we went out there as kids, but I took Amanda out there when she was 15. And she was blown away by it. She made me buy her a CIA cap. She wanted to be in the CIA when she was a kid. Which I mean, she loves. I tried to lean her that way. You know, she loves languages. So I was like, yeah, they always need interpreters. Go for it, chick. You know. But anyway, I wanted to show you some footage, guys, that you saw at the beginning of the show. But this is a short that I shot. From a short shot that I shot from my rooftop. And let me go ahead and reshare it because my brother said that I didn't have any sound last time. So let's go ahead and share it correctly here and see if we can pull it off. All right. This is the short that I shot earlier today. You saw it in a squished form earlier, but if you're wondering why, it's because the Blue Angels are in town. Shot this from my roof. Can you hear it, Dan?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Don. It's good to see you, man. Are you going to the air show this weekend? Let us know. And when I say they're coming treetop high, watch this, guys. I almost fell off my roof trying to shoot this because they went right over my head. And this is Thursday, okay? So they're going to be. As you can see, I'm on top. Yeah, I shot it from my roof, but yeah, it's a really good time. It's an open house. Barksdale Air Force Base is a closed base, which most Air Force bases are because they don't want the general public to be able to get out there and mess with the planes, especially Barksdale, because it's the home of the Strategic Air Command, which means nukes fly out of there. It's the home of the B-52. So strength.
We are the tip of the spear.
Peace through strength. Yes, the tip of the spear. Absolutely.
That's it, bro.
Let's see. Lunatic says, I saw that short, Papa J. And yep. I got pictures from them from today. Yeah. Whenever this show comes in, guys, a couple of days beforehand, they are just ripping up the skyways. And I'm only one neighborhood away from the base. So that's why you're seeing shots like that from me. The sound of freedom, Matt says. Hell yeah.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
Exactly what it is.
And that stuff will rattle the windows. When they blow through there, it really rumbles. There's old houses there, and it really shakes those houses. It really does. Because he's not far off the flight line, and they'll practice their sorties all week, and that'll be going on. So that's kick-ass. That was a great video. Yeah. Great video.
Yep. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know if you ever want to come down, I will keep following the channel. You know, as usual, I don't say this enough. Remind me to say it, Dan. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
I don't push that
to support
enough.
The channel.
Yeah, support the channel. Let's see. Lunatic says, "Hey, Mugs." Let's see. Plus, I seen the F-22 too. Oh, did you? Were they flying that one? Yeah, the list of planes, man. They've got a MiG-17 they're going to fly. God, I wish
they got the A-10s out there this year. A-10s are impressive, dude.
I wish
when they let those miniguns go.
They did. Okay, the schedule. Let's see. Yeah, I already read the schedule, but that other one gave me the list of planes. It's ticking me off that that's not there. Let me see if I can get it up.
That'll be a good time for sure.
Yeah, it will be.
That Galaxy, if you've never seen one of those things take off, it's just, you watch it come out of the runway and you're like, how is that big thing? And it really takes a hard angle and it just lifts. I mean, it's amazing what that thing can do.
Galaxy. Yeah, here's the list. Here it is. Here's the list of planes. They've got the Navy Blue Angels, B-52 Wall of Fire. Yeah, they're going to drop some ordnance, boys and girls. They have they have a big area on the other side of the flight line where they can put on a hell of a show, man. It's just an open field out there. And they're going to blow some shit up with the B-52s. They're probably carpet bomb some shit out there. You know what I mean? And then they've got F-22, which Don said he got a picture of. F-16 demo teams, too. And they have a
I love the F-16, man.
Yep. This is the one I was trying to pull up earlier, and I finally got it to work. It's a cool poster. I might have to see if I can find one of those. But anyway, this is the only time that you can go on that base. It's closed to the public most of the time. But this is an open house air show where the civilian populace can come out there. And if you're out there, some people may be out there at 5 o'clock. If it's closing at 4, there may be people still on the base driving around at 5. You'll hear the national anthem at 5 o'clock. And just know if you're a civilian and you're out there at 5 o'clock, you got to stop your vehicle and get out of the car.
Yep.
Okay. You got to stop your vehicle, get out of the car, and you just point yourself in the direction of the closest American flag and put your hand over your heart. That's what you do on that base. So, just letting you know the inside dope on what the protocol is when you hear that. When you see every car on there stop, that's what they're doing. Okay. Gap After Dark says, "Hey, Joe, Small Time Republic." He's saying hi to us. Yeah. Okay. It's good to see you, Gap. And Mudbug says, "Yep, I seen them. I will be there on Saturday and possibly on Sunday too." Cool, man. Cool.
Absolutely.
I shot that video from my rooftop today. You know, the people in our neighborhood could watch all of that stuff right from their. All they have to do is go up on the roof and just get a clear shot. You know, position yourself between the trees and you can see everything over there. Because we're only one neighborhood away. So, okay. Boys and girls, you've heard about some idiots today, but now you're going to hear about the one that was the winner this week. The winner.
And this story is from our friend Jake here locally. He sent this to me this morning, so a big shout out to Jake.
Really?
I won't give you his last name, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, thanks to Jake for sending this one over.
Well, what we got here from Jake is the Simple Jack Award winner. You know, these are the guys that are trying to help society. They're trying to do a good job. They're trying to be an upstanding citizen, but they just can't seem to get it done, man. They just can't seem to figure it out. And in this case, it's, let's see, where is he? There he is. The headline reads, "Lakeview carjacker who unwisely drove into Law and Order Will County is smacked with 22-year sentence." Tell us about this.
Do you have that article? Do you have the article you can pull up?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hadn't put it up yet.
Idiot.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that.
So this guy is a well-known criminal in Cook County. He was actually out on bond for another crime in Cook County, and he decided to hijack and steal an Uber driver's car. Chase commences with the state trooper, and it leads into Will County, where he wrecks out in Will County. He tells the detectives, "Oh yeah, I'll be out by the evening time," because this is old hat for him. He's got a laundry list of blah blah blah. He's out on bond, blah blah blah, and he goes to jail in Will County. The judge throws the book at his ass for several counts, and he gets 22 years. So this tells you about the difference between once you get out of Chicagoland area and Cook County, they don't play around. And so this guy right here, career criminal, thought he was doing something funny. He was going to be out by the evening. And this genius right here, he's getting 22 years because that guy and the judge and the prosecutor's office in Will County said, "We don't play that shit over here. You're going to jail." And they were happy to get this guy off the streets because the guy's a menace. So, don't mess around. It's like Shreveport, Bossier. You can play in Shreveport. Don't mess around in Bossier. You can play around in Cook County. Don't fuck around in Will County because this guy's going for 22 years. Yeah, full retard. That's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
And he went full retard, boys and girls.
He went full retard, dude.
So what you're telling me is that Will County is saying basically, look, Chirac, keep to yourself, because if you go messing around here, Go ahead, stay in Cook County, okay?
You know what I'm
Stay around
saying?
Chicago. Stay in Chirac. That's what
Yes.
my friends up there call it. They call it Chirac.
That's right. That's right.
You go ahead and stay over there, because if you come
Yeah.
over here, you're not bleeding that stuff over here.
No, if you come to Will County, we will throw the book at you.
We
So.
will.
And you will be going for 22 years. You know what I'm saying? So good on you, bro. Yeah, he was laughing to the prosecutors. Yeah, the detectives is like, yeah, I'll be out by the evening time. You ain't in Cook County, bro. That's not how we play it over here. Bye. 22 years.
Let's see. Lunatic says, and the winner is. Don says, I put the pictures of the Blue Angels on my Facebook page. Cool. He said, good grief. Lunatic says, good grief. How are you doing, Lunatic? They're talking to each other. And that's good to hear. Okay. Well, listen, boys and girls, thank you for watching. That we are all wrapped up with this idiot for tonight. Sounds like he needs to stay in Cook County from now. Well,
like and subscribe to.
We're not going to have to worry about that anymore out of him, because guess what? He's gone for several years. By the time he gets out,
deuces.
Shit, he ain't doing nothing. But let me let you guys know what's going on with the channel, so you can like, share, and subscribe. Of course, the next time you'll see me is Saturday when I do the sketching of The Privateer, my comic book. We'll be doing page 10. We'll be halfway done with plotting issue 2. We're shooting for July. I have to get the exact dates, but it's the next time Heidi does Shop Till You Drop, my cousin. We're gonna release it there, and I'm also gonna have a signing at Excalibur in town. So we'll be keeping you up to date on the dates, but it's going to be the second half of July, pretty close to my birthday, actually. And my buddy Justifier Jim co-hosts that show with me, and we do that at 1:30 p.m. every Saturday. And then, of course, you can see me on Pop Culture Minefield's Dork Side of the Ring every Sunday. That's the wrestling show by wrestling fans. Danny Ballard, the Dork Knight, and I host that with Johnny Rock. They're based in Vegas, and I'm over here in Louisiana, and we get together and talk wrestling. We talk the major ones, WWE with the Road to WrestleMania and everything, and AEW, which I'm really looking forward to talking about this week, because they put Kenny Omega in a singles match. Finally, thank God. Anyway, I also have a segment called State of the Apron, because we all know the hardest part of the ring is the apron, and the hardest thing in wrestling is to get to the big time, and that's what I talk about, the smaller promotions in the indies. We may actually be interviewing a friend of Danny's family over there in Dallas pretty soon. We got to work out some of the bugs, but I think that's going to happen. Might make it my State of the Apron segment. And that's all brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRA Digital Broadcasting. It's they're about to have their 11-year celebration. I did not know that digital broadcasting was around that long. But that's every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central. And then usually I've been doing my Pop Joe Gamer After Dark on Sundays, but I think it's going to bounce around, guys. I don't want to lock down a certain day to do this, but I'm going to continue it. I'm probably going to do it tonight about 10 o'clock, playing video games on Twitch. So look for that on Twitch. It's my only Twitch show. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, my friends and I get together and we do State of the Apron. This week it was about inspiration. I talked about Billy Graham, Tony Robbins, Ray Lewis, Steve Largent, guys that really inspire me in several different ways. And but the subject, it doesn't really matter what the subject is. I come in with a subject and we end up talking about everything. I mean, this week we ended up talking about Star Wars by the end of the show, which tends to happen with Knock. But yeah, we do that every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. So come and see us there. And then, of course, we'll be back right here, hacking the Matrix, hacking through today's headlines to let you know what's really going on behind the scenes. Me and my brother Hylunder. We do it every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Don't forget, that time is changed now. It's 6 p.m. every Thursday, okay? So, for the Hylunder, because there can be only one, and the Privateer, Joe's Atmosphere, I want to wish you a great evening And thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share,
support
and all
the
that
channel.
shit. Don't forget.
Support the channel.
Yeah, support the channel. And
thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thank you very much.
Until we see you again, you guys keep on keeping on. God bless. See you at the air show.